I will never, ever, ever again guarantee sod. So what I tell the customer, listen, there's no guarantee. When we put the sod in, when your sod goes down, it's going to be impeccable. It's going to be perfect.
Yep.
We'll get pictures of the whole property. It's lush green. After that, it's your responsibility to water it. Recommended 45 minutes in the morning, a deep 45 minutes in the evening. But I let them know. This is before we ever even start grading. I scare them. And I say, there's no guarantee. This is a living organism.
Yep.
If it does not get enough water, they will die. Excellence in Broadcasting has returned to Nashville, Tennessee. Ben from Alabama.
Yes, sir.
You going to bring the energy?
I'm going to bring the energy and a lot more to this show. So you
All
have
right.
an exciting time here.
You
at
Alabama boys, we got to remind you.
I know. Got that strong southern accent. So I ain't got no copyrights to my voice. So anybody wants to reach out and give me some pointers, just let me know.
How was the trip up from Alabama? How far of a drive is that?
It's about 2 hours from
Oh,
Killen.
really?
Yeah, from where I'm located. It was a good drive last night. I left about 6, about 9 o'clock. I got here. It wasn't too far of a drive. I kind of like it because I come up here sometimes regularly for different events. So it's a convenient drive. It ain't too far. So
How's the working out been going, man?
Oh, man, I'm just trying to hit them goals, man. I've been enjoying the gym. It's kind of a stress reliever, and also I got goals. I just kind of want to be able to defend myself in case we ever get in a situation, you know. How about you, Paul? You been hitting the gym lately?
Well,
Looking
look
good.
at me.
Looking good, man.
I'm trying.
You looking bigger than me. I'm kind of scared. I'm telling you.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder.
I know, man.
But ain't nobody want to lift these heavy weights.
That's right, man.
Lightweight, baby.
Yeah, that's right. They don't want to put in
buddy.
They don't want to put in the time and the work. That's what some guys can't get with the lawn care industry. They don't want to put in the time and the work.
How's business going this year?
It's going good. It's been hot. We worked yesterday, and heat index was like 110. My guys were, I didn't want to work all day, but we had to get the work done. So
You say your guys, who's your crew this year?
I got 2 guys. It's with still 1 truck. Hadn't ventured anything bigger yet. I got 1 full-time guy and 1 part-time guy. Part-time guy works with us 3 days a week. 1 full-time guy I've had for 3 years now. He's doing
He's
good.
out today while you're here?
Yeah, he's fishing. He actually fishes professionally. He enjoys bass fishing. He fishes a lot of tournaments down on Tennessee River, a lot of the lakes down there in Alabama. And so I kind of let him off every once in a while for the tournaments. So I kind of fluctuate his schedule, so it works out good with us. But, yeah, he's off today. He's fishing. So if I had to guess, that's what I asked him yesterday. I said, well, what are you going to do while I'm at Hughes? He said, you can probably guess. So I was like, you're going to be fishing, aren't you? He said, oh, yeah. I said,
oh, yeah.
I didn't even have to ask him.
That Alabama accent. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So... But yeah, man. How's your book coming? Is it got some good sales on Amazon?
Thank you for shouting it out.
Yeah,
we
man.
have a lawn care advantage here, winning strategies for a thriving landscaping business, expert insights, real life success stories.
Yeah.
So how this book came to be, Ben, I appreciate you asking about it. Megan and Joey are my bookkeepers.
Right.
And I wanted to write a book, and I was going to title it Know Your Numbers. And the book was going to be all about what does it actually mean to know your numbers? Yeah. So I went to Amazon because I thought I had this great idea, like this is going to be a New York Times bestseller, Wall Street Journal, whatever the things are.
Yeah.
And I go to Amazon and I pull up and I type in Know Your Numbers, and there's like 30 different books with like variations of that. So I was like, okay.
Man.
Like Dave Ramsey's title's like My Total Money Makeover.
Yeah.
So then I got to rethinking. I was like, well, what if I just include the knowing your numbers part as like a chapter? Because I could title a chapter Know Your Numbers. And then I write about more success in the book by like interviewing people's stories.
Yeah.
So then, and I'm just giving you like the behind the scenes of how this whole thing happened. So then I asked them, I was like, well, will you write from your perspective as a bookkeeper? They have about 40 clients who all own lawn care businesses.
Yeah.
I said, will you write the chapter of what it means to understand and know your numbers? They said, we'd be honored to. So I think it's chapter 7. It's excellent about what it means to know your numbers. And they actually wrote that.
Good.
Then what I did is I started interviewing people of big businesses around $15 million, people around the $1 million mark, and then people who are just, around $200,000 a year, $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
And I interviewed all of them and let them share what success looked like for them and what they learned along the way. So in my humble opinion, it's by far my best book.
Yeah.
That's what the ratings and reviews are reflecting as well, and it's exciting. So
yeah, it is. I remember actually doing the interview with you. You said you were going to put some parts of that in there from my business implementing.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of that, man. That's
have
good.
you read it yet?
I've only read like first part of it, the chapter 4. I still got it on my desk at home.
Let's see what chapter you are in. This one's autographed here because this is Andrew Martinez. He brought it.
Yeah. I believe it's going to be a New York Times bestseller here soon.
Yeah, it's definitely cooking. Let's see what chapter you're in. There is 34 chapters, so I'm trying
28.
to think. 28, there it is.
The Humble Beginning.
The Humble Beginnings of Ben Neyman Lawn Care.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 28. Let's see
stuff.
here. That is page 121. If you're looking at home, well, anyway.
I'll find it when I keep reading.
Chapter 28.
Okay.
If you're watching at home,
That's
we're
fine.
on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Green Industry Podcast.
Yep.
On YouTube, so you can see.
Check him out on YouTube, guys. Just hit that subscribe button. It helps Paul, and it helps the show. So, but yeah, man, this huge event. It's a huge convention. That's what it's called here in Nashville. We walked in. I told Pookie, we walked in. It's almost like a mini Equip, but this room, like, I think they're going to have to move it to a bigger one next year because everything's crammed in here right now. Yeah. And they got some kind of odor smell going on here. I don't know what that's about.
No, I know what it is. So outside that, they have like dumpsters, and they also had a sewage. I went back there to throw something away. They had a sewage leak.
Yeah.
The sewage leak.
Yeah.
And they have all the dumpsters for like the facility right outside there, and they had that door open because people were bringing in like their stuff.
Yeah.
You see that garage, that big old garage door?
Yeah, it's a commercial door.
So they had that commercial door open yesterday when we were here, and it smelled even worse than it does now.
Man.
So
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because once you walk in, it hits you.
Yeah. When we walked in, it hit us, and I was like, what is that? Is like livestock nearby or something? We thought it was like some livestock out there.
It smells like bad sewage.
Yeah, it's
but
bad.
What's sad is if you're in here for a few hours, you don't notice it. I walked out to get some fresh air, and I walked back in, and I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's something else.
It's brutal.
But, yeah, we just, including brutal. The heat's been brutal. I'm ready for fall. My guys are, too. We've been working this all week. We actually I got a big job on our local Krispy Kreme donut shop, bro. So we've been cleaning that up. We got to remulch it Monday morning. We got the beds already. They got a big corporate guy flying into Birmingham, I think, the first week of September. So the manager there was just like, he's really been prioritizing getting that place looking like tip-top shape. He's got pressure washing going on. B&L Services has been there getting the landscape beds ready for mulch. We've been pruning. So that's one of our big jobs we've been working on here lately. So we're going to get it wrapped up next week. But yeah, man, we just been working, man. I've been more focusing on higher end residential and commercial sites. That's kind of where I've been taking the business. I think I'm gonna take it from now on. I've kind of been focusing more on that because we're just wanting to provide the best service we can. But it's going good. Other than the heat, we've been getting a lot of work knocked out, and everything's going good. Kind of venturing in some new equipment. I got a new Skag mower here recently with Kohler. Shout out to Kohler.
Yep.
I've been loyal to them. We've been doing some remodel work on the house. So I've got everything, Kohler fixtures, shower fixtures, everything. Kohler toilet. I got a Kohler toilet. So we love Kohler. So I've been been buying their products. So we thank you, Kohler, for everything you do for the show and everything that you sponsor in the community. So, but yeah, just been busy. But how's you been traveling? I see you've been in North Carolina.
That was Naylor gave away a Toro Titan Max mower to this 19-year-old Logan Simpson.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan. He watches my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Hey,
Thanks for watching,
shout out
Logan.
Logan. Yeah, he'll have to listen to another show. I was on there earlier, man. Shout out to Logan. You keep crushing it, man. You deserve that mower. Everything you do, man. You keep working hard. I'm so proud of him. He deserved that.
19-year-old from North Carolina. He was using a 21-inch that the self-propelled wasn't engaged, and his yards were big. I was like, "Are these the size yards you do?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "You got to be kidding me,
dude." Logan, you're awesome.
So
dude.
Now Naylor gifted him free a 60-inch, and it's not going to triple his time because mathematically 21 inches to 60 is triple.
Oh, yeah.
But with that self-propelled, that powerful engine on that mower, it's going to probably make it go like 6 or 7 times faster.
Oh, yeah, it will.
And it's going to save his energy sitting on that comfortable.
Yeah, it will.
I don't know if that's the My Suspension or Toro's got some comfortable seats.
Yeah, Toro's got some good mowers, man. I'm so proud that Naylor was able to do that. That's shout out to Naylor, man, LCR Media. Naylor's such a special guy, man. That's good-hearted stuff. Anytime I love seeing that. helping somebody win like that and help somebody like Logan that works his butt off every day, and puts in the hours,
and he's in school, Ben, for turf management.
Oh my gosh.
So he's studying the industry, and now he's got a piece of equipment to be more efficient.
Man, I love it.
I was in North Carolina actually for that plus Crest Commercial. They're a battery-powered company.
Yeah.
They have this robotic mower with this, I think it's called RTK technology. So you take the little mushroom-looking thing, white thing off of it, and you put it on the little, I don't know the name of the measuring cart, but you put it on there.
Yeah.
And then you take that around the property one time, and then it satellites in somehow and knows that's where to mow. Then you put the thing back on the mower, and then it just mows it.
That is awesome.
It's incredible. So I got to see that. Plus they have their battery charges in 8 minutes.
Wow.
8 minutes. I timed it. I was like, okay, I made them drain the battery to 0, and I sat there and hold my phone for 8 minutes, and I watched it. It truly, the battery charge in 8 minutes. So yeah, that company's called Crest Commercial. They're up there in Charlotte.
Okay.
So Mitchell Gordy only lived like an hour or so from there. So Naylor and I went up there. He made us hibachi dinner.
Good.
We did a podcast. Then we sat in his spa. He has a hot tub.
Man.
But it's for athletes. So it's like, it's got all kind of little things. It's not just like a recreational hot tub.
I got you.
He don't like us calling it a hot tub. It's a spa.
It's a spa. Mitchell, it's a spa. Okay, we got you, buddy.
And then from there, before all that, I went to Exmark, Nebraska with Fullerton.
I saw that.
Blake Albertson, Kalfis, and Jason Creel.
Yeah, man.
So we're in Nebraska. Then I took a day to do my laundry.
Okay.
Then I drove up to Charlotte, drove back, took a couple days to get all this content transferred.
Yeah.
And then I went to Minneapolis, and Naylor and I went to The Toro Company.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you and Naylor. I saw y'all was there. Man, they have some good stuff. I saw y'all did some demoing on some outdoor stuff outside the plant. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then from there, obviously we're in Nashville. Mm-hmm. Al Blades wants to go golfing. Okay. I've been going nonstop, so I said I need to go have some fun for a few days. So I think I'm going to go play some golf with Al. He's down in Florida.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get up to Ohio, Lord willing, and pressure wash my parents' driveway. Hasn't been cleaned in 20 years.
Okay.
So I'll pressure wash their driveway for them. Yeah. Then headed out to Dallas. Mr. Beast is doing an event with, he's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
With,
I've seen him.
Yeah, a bunch of these YouTuber guys. So I was going to go hang out with them.
Okay.
And then it'll be time for Equip.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You going to do Equip?
Oh, yeah. You already know, man. I already got my ticket. I used your code,
yeah!
Paul. Yes.
Woo! Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Paul.
Come on.
You're welcome, buddy. Always got to be loyal to my buddy, Paul.
And that saved you $87.50, Ben, because the full price ticket's $100.
Yep.
You obviously got it before the deadline of early bird, which made it $25. Mm-hmm. So you already saved yourself $75 just by registering early. But did it actually, when you typed in code Paul, did it go all the way down to $12.50?
It did, automatically.
It took 50.
It did.
% off. Coupon code Paul.
Yes.
Saves you 50% off at Equip. And if you register like Ben ahead of time, you save even more, because what happens is it make it $25, then they make it go to $50, then they make it go to $100, and then they actually turn off my promo code the week of the event. Even if you tried to type it in, it wouldn't work. So you have to pay full $100.
Yeah.
Thousands of people that will be there will pay $100.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
When you could have paid $12.50 with coupon code Paul.
Yeah. Save money, use promo code Paul at Equip. But yeah, man, I'm excited for Equip. They said, I think I heard on your podcast, all the booths are sold out. All the
1,000 exhibitors sold out.
Man,
you couldn't get a booth in there if you wanted one.
Man, I'm telling you. I hope Nick Carlson got his. That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah, well, he had one last year. Mm-hmm. So usually, if you have one, they just ask you if you want to renew it.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine that he did that.
Nick's got some good stuff, man. Y'all need to check out Mulchmate. Go check out their products. He's got some good stuff. But yeah, I saw where you went to Mitchell's. I saw where you ate some good, what kind of waffles?
Hibachi. Belgian waffles.
Belgian waffles, man. I'm telling you, Mitchell's a good cook from what I've been seeing. He loves that grill, man. Ever since he built that house, man, he's been using that grill. He's got a nice thing going on. So I'm glad y'all had a good time, man. That's great.
Yeah, he was a chef at a 5-star resort.
Yeah.
So he learned how to do all this stuff.
That's what Pookie was telling me.
He made us hibachi.
I saw that.
For Naylor and I, and we went all out.
I'm so glad y'all all got together and got to do that. Man, that's – when I saw that reel. I saw the reel of the
Belgian waffle.
with that and the mower.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that, and then the mower giveaway with Naylor. That just touched my heart, man. That's with Logan, man. I just hope he enjoys that, man. That's great. It's going to help him tremendously on efficiency and everything. That's so great.
He watches the channel because he comments all the time, Logan Simpson, Logan Simpson, Logan Simpson.
Heck yeah.
So I just assumed he was like some 55-year-old man. I don't know.
Yeah.
And when Naylor's like, hey, we're going to give the mower to the winner, I said, what's his name? He said, Logan Simpson.
Yeah.
I said, Logan Simpson comments on my videos more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And then Naylor didn't tell him I was coming, so then when I got out of the car, he was surprised to see Mitchell and I. He knew who we were.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
It was surprising.
It touched my heart to see that video, man. That's so great. It's most deserving to guys like Logan work their butt off, and everything. So we always want to cherish them guys that put in the blood, sweat, and tears. But yeah, man, it's crowded over here, man. I think next year they're going to have a bigger room for this Joker.
And they got to give Pod Row a bigger.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Where's Erica Poopenscroopin?
She was here earlier because I met her. I don't know where she went. But they're going to have to. Podcast Row's going to get a little bit bigger next year. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I might have to get Jeremiah come up here and do some podcasts, man. He's got a good show going on. He's got some good things going on in Growing Green, man. He's been blowing up some stuff with landscaping here lately. He's been doing some awesome jobs with rock and some landscape installs. I've been watching him.
And some
down in
dry yellow sod.
Yeah.
I gave him a hard time about that.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of his sod work. It
needs improvement.
In a little bit, yeah. Needs a little bit quality check on the sod, a little bit better quality.
You don't show up to a customer. And then Jeremiah is my boy, so right now everyone's DMing them. Paul and Ben were talking about your raggedy ghetto sod jobs. But think about it, if you're a homeowner and you pay thousands of dollars for someone to put in sod, you can't put down yellow sod and then tell them if they water it a bunch it's going to green up. So Atlanta turf grass and Atlanta, what they do is they have like shaded areas, so when the sod comes off the truck, they immediately put it in shade to keep the color. So but my point is, you got, and I know Atlanta, this is one of the reasons why you want to live in a city like Atlanta or Dallas or whatever. I used to go to Super Sod. They had trash sod, sometimes. So finally I found Atlanta turf grass over off exit 12 off 400, for those of you off McFarland Road in Atlanta. And they were so careful to make sure that the sod was always green. And the sod actually came from a farm in Alabama.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, but I never ever had yellow sod because they made sure it was green. I made sure as soon as it got off the truck, either we were there to pick it up or my boy would deliver it, and I always give him a big old tip of cash. But anyway, Jeremiah made me mad when he put out. He didn't put down green sod. He put down yellow sod.
Yeah.
And
we did that for a client back about 2 months ago. He needed some sod. The fertilizer guy burned up his yard a little bit and had some bad spots in it, so I had to resod some areas. And I had to make sure it's $1 million home, so I wanted to make sure he had green sod. And it's so stressful having to explain to sod people that grow sod and sell it how important it is for me to pick up green sod when they're paying this amount of money.
But it goes back. The customer got yellow. Jeremiah needs to rebrand Growing Yellow. Going, what's this thing?
Growing Greens.
Growing Yellow. Yeah, that should be the Growing Yellow podcast.
Yellow Landscapes. Yeah.
Growing Yellow podcast.
Oh gosh.
But you got to serve the customer with excellence in green.
Yeah.
There you go.
Distractions.
My God in heaven.
Nashville, Tennessee. Lord.
Anyway. Oh man, help us.
They just don't even need to be in here.
So the point is, your customer, we got to serve them. So we got to put green sod down. And if the supplier isn't providing that, then you need to get up in their business and say, hey, listen, if I'm going to serve with excellence, why is this yellow? Because if you cut it, are you putting a tarp over it to keep it cool? Are you putting it in shade?
Exactly.
Like cool. There's ways to do it. So. If sod can get from Alabama to Atlanta to my customers in one day, and I never had an issue in over 10 years, I'm just saying Growing Yellow, let's go.
That's because, like, when we do sod jobs, I got a farm I specifically order from because when I order it, they cut it right then. And that's the best way to get it. There's a lot of guys that buy sod, pre-buy sod, and they'll just sit at their nurseries, and it'll sit there for a week. And
no, you got to do it the day of, and you got to prep the day before.
I know it.
So that everything is prepped and even hand raked.
That's what I do.
If you're using a Toro Dingo with the Harley rake attachment, and then you want to hand rake it to make it smooth. So at 7 a.m. when you pick up the sod, you're putting it down at 7:30, 8. You're done by 11 a.m. And then you're watering it and it's green.
That's right. We did one big job. Had a full backyard full of zoysia. I prepped it, Harley raked it day before. Ordered 12 pallets the next day. Big truck showed up. We scattered the pallets out in the backyard and went at it. Fresh green, man. You talk about transformation. And that's the best way to do it. You got to pre-order the sod, get it cut, have it ready to lay so it's fresh, and then you got to tell the customer. And I can't say this more enough. You have to remind them, water, 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 water. And then they'll call me a month later. Well, Ben, it's turned brown. Well, have you been watering it like I told you to? you want to water it really good. I have to tell people, I have to remind them, make sure you water the junk. I mean, water it. Like, you're not going to hurt it if you soak it forever. I said, it loves water. I said, just water it.
Yeah, in the heat of Atlanta and Alabama, I've heard people say 45 minutes. And you want to do a deep soak. You don't want to do this little 15 to 20 minute, give it a little drizzle.
No.
Deep soak 45 minutes in the morning. Deep soak 45 minutes in the evening for the first couple weeks until it starts to take root. And then, you can't rip it out of the ground. It roots on down. And sod rolling it. So you can get a roller. And I know Jeremiah has one because when I spent the night at his house, he had it sitting on his bench there. He hadn't put it together yet. The Brindley, I think the brand's called Brindley, hashtag not sponsored.
Man.
Hashtag not sponsored by Supersod.
Getting fancy with a roller.
And I've actually used Supersod, by the way. I did assist my 4-pallet zoysia side job for my sister out of Charleston.
Okay.
I used Supersod, and it worked fine.
Yeah.
But when you roll it, so you get it really wet, and then you roll it, that will definitely help it push the roots down faster.
Get it more implemented. Be a good show.
Yeah, but the point is, sod should always go in green. And then here's the big mistake that I made that cost me a good amount of money, a lot of money. And that is, I gave a guarantee my first year, Ben, and this guy didn't water his sod and it died. I put it in a second time. This was 10 pallets of zoysia.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
I paid 10 pallets of zoysia up front for the first time.
Man.
Then I paid 10 pallets of zoysia the second time.
Yeah.
Didn't water again, not enough.
Yeah.
I had to put it down a third time, and then he went around running his mouth about me. When I lost over $10,000 on that job.
Man.
Because I had to pay the labor. 10 pallets of sod.
It
ain't cheap, and it ain't cheap to pick it up.
And that's zoysia too. That's more expensive.
I had to pick up 10 pallets.
Golly.
Because it's sitting on the ground dead. I had to roll it out, throw it in the truck, take it to the dump, and you have to go to a certain dump because my main dump wouldn't accept sod.
Wow.
Then put it down again. He didn't water it.
Wow.
Take it up a second time because I had to take everything out, regrade it, and a third time. So here's my lesson I learned from that. I will never, ever, ever again guarantee sod. Not because I do raggedy work, but because if it's 95 degrees in Atlanta and you don't water your grass, I ain't going to redo it.
It's 99 outside
99, right. There you go.
It's
100
insane.
degrees.
Yeah.
So what I tell the customer ahead of time, I said, listen, there's no guarantee. When we put the sod in, and this is something Jeremiah Jennings, someone tag him and tell him listen to Green Industry Podcast. We're not the Yellow Industry Podcast.
Yeah.
I tell the customer, listen, when your sod goes down, it's going to be impeccable. It's going to be perfect.
Yep.
We'll get pictures of the whole property. It's lush green. After that, it's your responsibility to water it. Recommended 45 minutes in the morning, a deep 45 minutes in the evening. This is summertime. Now, if you put it down and it's dormant in the winter, you don't have to water as much. But I let them know. This is before we ever even start grading. I scare them. And I say, you have to water. There's no guarantee. This is a living organism. If it does not get enough water, because it gets ripped out of the sod farm, it's on life support.
It is.
And it's those roots are craving water, and if they don't get water, they will die.
Yeah, they will.
And I've seen it happen, and it cost me over $10,000 and a check mark on my. Not a blue check mark on Instagram, but on my reputation.
Oh, yeah.
Because then this guy's going around, don't do work with blah, blah, blah. He's running his mouth. And I'm sitting there thinking, why don't you tell the whole story that you didn't water it? Because you're going to these dinner parties saying that I don't do good work.
Man.
No, I did phenomenal work.
Exactly.
I put in 10 pallets of sod excellently.
And it was green when you laid it.
And it was green.
Yep, exactly.
How is that my fault? Here's how it's my fault. I should have never legally put myself in that position. I should have, in the contract, said that you are responsible and there's no replacement.
Yep.
And then if they don't water, it's on them. And guess what they're going to do then? They're going to water because they don't have that safety net that if they don't, and they're cheap, that you're going to do it. So
that's what I had to tell my client whenever we did that big, any side job we do. I tell them, I said, all right, once we lay it, we get it leveled and laid, it's your responsibility after this from now on. I said, it's your end.
But Jeremiah, if you're listening and you go to the sod farm and you see that it's yellow, you just tell them there's no way I can put the reputation of my company's name next to this to my customer.
Yeah.
Even if it is technically still alive and they got to water the crap out of it to resurrect it, you just tell your supplier, I need green grass.
Yeah, exactly.
They can figure it out.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, but that guy shouldn't have trolled you like that. Who's he think he is? I just don't like people like that.
Well, I'm not going to blame him.
Oh yeah.
I blame me because I should have never guaranteed it.
Yeah.
Because what I think happened is he was cheap. And he watered it the bare minimum.
Yep. And
the other issue is I put it down. Oh, I got to be careful how I say this. I put it down in October.
Yeah.
It was alive as can be. I got photos of this lush green yard. I got videos of it looking like Augusta National Golf Club.
Yeah.
The problem is now it's going into dormancy, and it all turns tan.
Yeah.
So the tan grass that's healthy and alive, it's dormant, looks the same as dead grass. So it basically died in November, but he thought it was alive because all the neighbors was the same dormant color.
Yeah.
So then in the spring, all the neighbors go green, and then his stays dead. And he calls me and says, hey, he had some choice words, but you got to come fix this. So I'm thinking, did you not water it? Which that's what happened.
Yeah.
So then I rip it all out, which there was no ripping because it never took root.
Oh yeah.
But we still had to, we still had to take 10 pallets, throw it in the truck, take it to a dump, and then we had to regrade it, put the new sod down. Then we had an epic, historic drought in Atlanta that summer, Ben.
Dang.
And he didn't water it enough. It died again. It was so anyway, when I see Jeremiah growing yellow over there, and for those of you who don't know, Jeremiah's one of my best friends. So some new guy might be like, oh, he's calling this guy out. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm not. Jeremiah, I stay at his house a few times a year at his guest house.
Yeah, I know you do. Jeremiah.
That's my boy. But I'm calling the industry to excellence.
Yeah, I need to. A lot of guys and you come across the penny pinchers like him, and sometimes that's just not good for your business to deal with, and you just need to move on. Well, and he asked me, I was literally in my first year, and he said, now I'm a little concerned putting it down this late in the year. Can you guarantee it? And Dumbbell Jr. over here wanted to have good customer service. Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. They always do.
So what I should have said, I said, no, sir. And I should have just looked him in the eye and said, listen, sir, this is a living organism. When I put it down, it's on life support. It is literally physically dying. Like you go to an emergency room, you know what I mean? Someone who's on life support.
Yep.
You gotta delicately try to resuscitate them. And I'm no doctor.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep them alive.
Yeah, you do.
I should have said, sir, when I put the sod down, what I can guarantee is it's going to be green.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Not yellow, Jeremiah. It's going to be green.
Not yellow.
But when I put it down, it's going to be green.
Yeah.
But listen, if you don't water it thoroughly, morning and night, deep water, deep soak, 45 minutes in the morning, 45 minutes in the night, it will die.
Yeah.
And I'm not responsible for that.
What you should have said. It's usually what I say. I said, if you don't water it, I can't guarantee it. So don't call
I'm not
me.
guaranteeing no matter what, but you have to water it. But it's going to be in writing that there is no guarantee.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who's a very respected Georgia certified landscape professional.
Yeah.
Their company doesn't even guarantee plants. So they're going to put in hydrangeas. They're going to put in sky pencil hollies. They're going to put in lower petalums. They're going to put in all of that stuff.
Yeah.
No guarantee.
Yeah, you have to get it in writing.
Now it's going to be put in healthy.
Yeah.
And they always document, take pictures. But
I've been having to do that this last 2 years. So we've had a lot of plants that's died. I don't know if it's with the farms that's growing them. I don't know what, or the people just not watering them. I don't know what it is, but you always get that in writing because you don't want to go back and take the time and replace plants. But no, I love sod. Sod is a satisfying job to do. I love doing sod installs. It's just doing it for the right got people. And unfortunately, you got a bad egg in that one.
Well, you can guarantee that was my last red. In the red meeting, it wasn't profitable.
Yeah.
After that, no more guaranteeing, and I jacked my price up because I don't even want to say what my price was on that one. It was so embarrassing. I was already low. From that point on, I talked to Russell Skipper, and he's like, bare minimum, this was a long time ago. This was 10 years ago or so. He's like, it's always $950 minimum grading fee, whether it's 1 pallet or 5 pallets.
Yep.
Now, if it's 10 pallets, the grading fee is going to be more.
Oh, yeah.
You have to have that grading fee because you have to grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then from an addition to there, you have to charge quite a bit for the material and the labor because sod's heavy. Those rolls,
heavy.
we don't get those little squares. We get them rolls.
Yeah.
It's basically like 3 squares, and it's heavy. So
Yeah, it's a lot of cost that goes into it. A lot of people just don't understand. Well, my goodness, this is so high. I'm like, it's a lot of work that goes into sod. Prepping, equipment, time, insurance. It's a lot of work, But I enjoy the work if it's there. If they approve us on the quote, it's just knowing your numbers.
Well, Ben, what's your plans for Equip?
Well, let's see here. I know every booth sold out. I'm excited to see that. There's going to be a lot of people there.
See what?
All the booths being sold out. That's going to be great. They're going to have to make that thing a week long because you back just can't see everything in 3 or 4 days. I'm going to be honest with you. That's a big place. I'm kind of interested in looking in the fertilization side of it. I'm kind of looking into maybe getting into that maybe in a year or two. We'll be looking at some tractors. I may get into some more gravel work. I know you see Mitchell's been doing some work with this Kubota. I'm kind of looking at Kubota, kind of looking to implement that in my business here soon. Tractors probably. Mowers, I've kind of got a new Skag mower. I've been liking the brand Skag. They're good. Trying them out. I'm anxious to see about the battery-powered stuff, Paul, because every year it seems like I go to Equip, and it's the battery technology. They're just wanting to implement it more and more and more. And, of course, we had the DeWalt issue last year. I know everybody saw that, and that was the barn burner. But I'm anxious to see how the battery is coming along, battery-powered equipment. I think it's going to be a great thing in years to come. It's just they're not quite there yet. Of course, you got all these brands. You
got to check out Crest Commercial, man.
I know
they compete with gas-powered equipment.
I know. I saw your reel. The Crest equipment, I want to check it out too. I'm just anxious more on the battery because I think the battery is going to be a great thing. Battery-powered equipment is going to be great in the future. If it can stay strong and keep coming along, I think it's going to be a great innovation to our industry. And I'm kind of anxious to look more into that while I'm at Equip and just kind of see some guys that I ain't seen in a year and just kind of catch up with them,
Yeah, we do have a change this year. The rally that's every night, or not every night, every year on Thursday night, which I believe that's probably October 19th. Don't quote me on that, but whatever that Thursday of the week of Equip is, the rally is moving. Last year it was at the Copper and Kings Distillery. This year it's at the Yum Center, which is where the Louisville Cardinal basketball team plays. They're going to have a Third Eye Blind concert there. So Naylor rented out a big VIP room, executive suite. We're going to have food there for about the first 500 or 600 people.
Yeah.
And it's all sponsored. Naylor got sponsored, so the hot meal will be compensated by Naylor.
Good.
Via the sponsors, and it's a free event. So that's Thursday night, I believe October 19th. I'll have to double check on that. And that's at the Yum Center this year, which is downtown. I've just got a text message, Ben.
Okay.
Read this text. A police officer sent this to me. Read this text. Go ahead.
Hey, Paul, I'm working on my schedule at my police job to get off for Equip. What hotel should I stay at? Well, I can promise you that. Not at the Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, there you go. But I literally just got that text message.
Wow.
And he says I got registered.
Oh, my gosh. Is that right now?
Paul.
He is late. Hotels are selling out like crazy up there right now.
Yeah. But anyway.
I hope he can find one.
Yeah. Where are you staying?
We're staying at the True.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's within walking distance. And I saw Pook there years ago. We were down at the Continental Breakfast. They actually got a good Continental Breakfast there at the True.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend staying there. # not sponsored. The Galt House downtown, the Omni Hotel downtown, the Marriott downtown.
Yeah.
Those are going to be like a 6-mile commute from to the convention center there, whereas True is less than a mile. It's right outside the parking lot.
And they're selling out quick. Anybody that ain't already got your ticket or hotel, y'all better be working on it. You're going to be staying in Indiana because once around surrounding areas, you have to start staying in Indiana because there's just so many guys coming in town. if y'all ain't already got all that taken care of, you may have to stay a little bit outside of town. I'm gonna be honest with you because it goes quick.
Yeah. So get registered with coupon code Paul.
Yeah, use Paul
and save 50% off.
Yeah.
Get reserved for your hotel. Now, every hotel is different, but most of them don't make you pay.
Yeah.
It's usually you just reserve. I think they'll take your card, and then when you check in, they'll charge incidentals, and then they'll charge your card like when you check out.
Yeah.
But get that reserved. So get your tickets now. Coupon code Paul. Get your hotel reserved.
And make sure you have comfortable shoes.
Exactly. And try to get in on Tuesday. Mitchell Gordy's going to be doing a dinner at Merle's Whiskey Kitchen at 3:30 p.m. That's another change.
Yes.
He moved it up. Last year it was in the evening. This year it's like a late afternoon.
Yeah. And we want to thank our friends at Jobber for that.
Yeah, the first 100 people will get free food, compliments of Jobber and Mitchell.
Yep. We love to see everybody at Merle's, so when y'all first come to that event, and I think is Quip doing something new on the opening ceremony.
Yeah, I didn't make it out last year. It was too cold for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm soft when it comes to the weather.
It was
cold. But
cold.
I think they'll do a opening reception, and that's why Mitchell didn't want to interfere with that, so he moved his thing up.
Yeah, that's just fine. That's okay. So I'm glad the city of Louisville's getting more involved in it because it's a great thing. They're investing more money and more time for all the people that come to Quip, which is great. Shout out to them. Now on your promo code, do you get a number list of how many users use it? Does the Quip report that?
Yeah.
Okay. I like to know because that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I text Brian on the way up here to hear your call.
Okay.
On the way I was driving up here, and he asked me, how many people register your code? Son of a gun had more than me. So we're very, very feisty and competitive.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say I got more audio podcast downloads than him.
Well, that's good.
Then he reminds me he has more YouTube subscribers and more money in the bank. So he always goes back to how much money you got in your bank account.
That's always the thing, ain't it?
He's got
I swear.
He's got substantially more than me.
That's okay.
So far.
Well,
but if I serve more people, I'm going to pass them.
As the Bible says.
No, but I haven't. I'm giving you guys a hard time. Brian and Jeremiah are some of my best buds.
Man, I love Brian.
Iron sharpens iron. But
Brian and Jeremiah both love them both. They're great guys. Brian's been through a lot. Bless his heart. He does so much. I mean, it's incredible.
He helps a lot of people.
Gosh, he does so much for everybody. It's insane. But yeah.
But back to the equip and the schedule. So Tuesday at 3:30, you want to get into town.
Yep.
And get to Merle's Kitchen.
Yep.
And probably check into your hotel.
Yep.
A lot of them say they don't check in till 4, but a lot of times I find if I get there like 2:30,
like
you just kind of roam around. Like, you got anything?
Yeah.
Slip them a 20.
That's right.
They'll get you in.
Oh, yeah, they will. And the main thing is, you want to kind of get reset on your travel in, get settled in.
Come to Merle's. Take it easy Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I'll be opening the show at the Toro Company's booth with Mitchell Gordy.
Okay.
I believe that's noon on Wednesday. From there, I'll be headed over to the Kubota. The Kubota. Kubota.
Yeah.
Mitchell and I are going to be doing something there.
Good.
I'm not sure what time I'll be at Exmark yet, but I do. I'll definitely be at Exmark at some point during the show.
Okay.
On Thursday at 8 a.m., we're having an epic. It's been standing room only the last 2 years, called The Morning Show. It was called Influencer Live.
Yes.
But that name was too cheesy for us, so we're like, let's call it The Morning Show.
Yeah, The Morning Show.
Keith Kalfas and Naylor are kicking that off at 8 a.m. It's free.
Man, that's
free.
Insane. That's some good content.
Well, I mean, you have to have your badge. It's not free.
Oh, yeah.
But with your badge, it's free because they have some of these things. Even though if you have your badge, you have to pay extra. We made sure it's free because Kohler is sponsoring.
So thank you. Shout out
and they'll have donuts, coffee, and all of that.
Good.
At 8:30, your boy Jeremiah from Growing Yellow Landscapes,
he gonna get on you for that. I'm telling you.
Then stop putting out yellow sod, Jeremiah, and making Instagram stories. Growing Yellow.
That's true. So he's gonna be speaking
with the Caleb Allman. That'll be a hoot.
Oh yeah, that'll be great.
That's 8:30 a.m. And then at 9, Jay Jacobs is coming on to my show, 9 a.m.
Okay.
This is all free with your quit badge.
Okay.
And it is in the main ballroom.
Okay.
B103, baby.
All right.
The big ballroom, standing room only.
Okay.
That's going to be awesome on Thursday. Naylor is going to probably buy 100 of my books and pass them out at the Yum.
Okay.
Equip already bought 300 of them.
Good.
Everybody who comes to the first 300 people, rather, are going to get a book.
Okay, good.
So and I'm telling you guys, and you can get it for free. So if
Yeah,
you don't think it's worth free, you didn't pay nothing for it. This book is good.
Some good content in this book, guys. If you're looking to start your own lawn landscape business, this right here is gold. I'm telling you. It's got a little bit of my implement in there, too, and a lot of great other guys, too, that implement a lot in their businesses. So, y'all get that book if you're looking to start your own lawn landscape company. It's great
there you
content.
go.
So, but yeah, make sure y'all don't stay out too late Wednesday night. You want to make it to don't even get me started. You want to make sure you make it to that event Thursday morning, sponsored by Kohler. It's going to be a great event. Thank you, Kohler, for all you do. I've been real humbled with them this year. Ever since that event in Hattiesburg, Kohler is a big company, and a lot of people don't realize how big they are. They make a lot of furniture. They make engines. Their engines are incredible. The engine I just got on my new Skag, it's an EFI Kohler, 38 horsepower. Thank you for everything they do. And, without them sponsoring, we wouldn't be able to put this on, and we want to thank the higher-up companies for doing that. It's very humble of them, and we appreciate that. But that's going to be a great event in the morning to come listen to. That's going to be the morning show. That's going to be great. So with Jeremiah, you, and Caleb, and it'll be great. So I'm anxious to see all that. So. And was it free donuts you said?
Oh, the good donuts.
Oh, gosh.
It's not free. I think the bill is like, I don't know, $4 or $5 grand on breakfast. Now again, Kohler.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Kohler.
Shout out to Kohler.
And Equip. Yeah. But they cater in hot coffee and donuts. But they have these. Oh, I was so tempted. And what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to prepare in advance, and I'm going to go gung-ho, and I'm going to eat like 2 or 3 of them bad boys. Yeah. So I'm going to fast in advance. Not fast, but I'm going to eat clean in advance.
Yeah.
I'm going to give myself the margin because last year I was a little chunky at Equip, and I didn't want to eat 2 or 3 donuts. And this year I'm going to get it in ahead of time, and I'm going to splurge.
Yeah, it'd be good. And make sure any guys that are new coming to Equip, comfortable shoes, comfortable clothes, and make sure you check out everything. Anything that you want to implement in your business is good. It will wear you out. This show will wear you out mentally. It will wear you out
physically, emotionally. The whole you driving home on Friday.
Yes.
And I think I'm going to be hanging out with Ferris on Friday. I got to double check a little bit with CJ, friend of the show.
Yeah.
But we'll have some stuff going on with them as well. And we got some other things in the works. But wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing. I'm so proud of Equip. They've kind of implemented a lot in the last. My first time was in 2019 since I went, but they've kind of stepped up and made some more investments, and I'm proud to see that. So it's good for the community. So I'm anxious to see. But yeah, if y'all ain't done registered, use Paul as your promo code for Equip. Y'all better get registered. Like I said, get your hotel rooms because they do fill up fast, and you don't want to be staying in another state. If you register at the last minute.
Yeah, that's the 3 biggest mistakes. I made all 3 of these mistakes my first year. Mistake 1, I stayed at the Red Roof Inn. Yeah. We survived to tell about it, but it was a close call.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. That's
mistake
rough.
Number, Red Roof Inn in Louisville isn't ideal. Right, literally, Pajak and Rusty Everidge. I don't even know whatever happened to Rusty, but they stayed like next to me, so I felt somewhat safe.
Yeah.
But
dang.
I know.
Anyway,
so mistake 1 is I didn't stay at a good reputable hotel. Mistake 2, I didn't use any coupon codes. At the time, Naylor was like in Stan Genetic were the only ones with coupon codes.
Yeah.
I didn't use that. And then number 3, I don't know what the world I was thinking, Ben, but I wore like dress shoes. They were really nice. I got them from Target, and they were, I don't know the name of them. They were something you'd wear to a fancy dinner on a hot date.
Right.
Yeah. Dumbbell Jr. over here thinking, these are stylish or whatever.
Yeah.
My feet felt like I had like weights on them. They were so heavy. So now I wear shoes, and the shoes are going to get dirty if you go outside and you're testing equipment. So
that's another thing.
Don't wear smelly tennis shoes, but wear shoes. Some of these guys, anyway.
Yeah.
Wear shoes that smell good, but you don't mind them getting dirty.
Yeah, that's another thing we didn't tell everybody that's listening about the free demo and outside.
Yeah, 30,000 square feet of demo space or something along those lines.
That's exciting. You get to drive equipment, guys. Anybody that's never been, y'all are going to be in a treat. Y'all are going to like it.
All you people in my peanut gallery on the comments that talk all this trash when I promote a brand, go test it out for yourself and make your own opinion.
I'll go ahead and put my opinion out there. You know what it is.
Echo?
It's Echo.
PB9010?
Yeah, Echo. nothing. Everything runs on Echo.
Well,
I love Echo.
I got to go read my Bible and stay out of this town, man. This is beautiful women everywhere in Nashville, Ben. What are you going to do? You going to hit the downtown and get you a woman, or what are you doing?
I don't, I'm a good guy. I got to stay focused. I'm like you, Paul.
Yeah,
I got to stay focused.
I got to read. I got accountability partners, and I got my Bible. And as we're sitting here, are we just...
I think me and Pookie, we're going to find a Texas Roadhouse to eat at because we love those. And usually when we go to Brian's event in Michigan, we'll eat at Texas Roadhouse one night, so that's great. But also I want to remind everybody that brings these, make sure you bring a power pack because these things will go dead because you're going to be filming so much exciting things. So
one more tip, the Wi-Fi thing and internet doesn't work in the convention center, so if you try to put a story, it won't load. So what I do is I film it on my regular camera.
That's what I do.
I store it there. Then when I get back to the hotel at night and I can connect the Wi-Fi, I post my stories.
Awesome.
But ain't no one watching your story at Equip unless they stayed home. Like everyone's there busy. You don't have time to be watching Instagram when you're at Equip. You got to be networking.
I know, man. That's true. And also, when you get hungry, either get in line early for lunch or you're going to have to leave and go get something because every year it's an issue with feeding. How many people's going to be there?
25, 30K.
Roughly 30,000 people. So you got to think. So don't get upset when you're in line forever trying to get food at the convention or at Equip. That's another issue. I just want to forewarn y'all. If you get hungry for lunch, we bring you something to eat, or go get in line early, or eat you a good breakfast because, like I said, it's going to wear you out, and you're going to see a lot of exciting things, and it's going to be exhausting mentally and physically. But it's going to be so worth it. And anybody that's on the fence about coming, that I just don't know if I can make it. Listen, that $400 install, leaf cleanup, it can wait. Come to Equip, network, see new guys, see guys that do exactly what you love to do every day for a living. The money will be there when you get back home, I promise you. It's not worth it. It's worth coming to Equip. It's worth networking. It's worth learning new and meeting new people. So don't let money hold you back on not coming to Equip. That's one thing I'll say. I don't regret coming every year. It's a great event. It's a great expo. It's the largest trade show in the whole industry, So
by far.
Don't use excuses not to come because you'll be upset that you didn't. So.
See the shoes that guy's wearing?
Yeah.
That's what I wore to Equip, trying to be cool.
God bless. Those would be very uncomfortable.
That's what There I am walking around.
Imagine wearing those demo and a Toro mower.
I didn't demo nothing my first year, but I walked around like an idiot.
Man, getting dust on those jokers, I'm telling you. So we're getting some weird looks, man. I had one guy, me and Nether was on the show over there, and one dude just came by and just waved his hand in front of his camera like he owned the joint. I don't know. We got some exciting people here at the huge convention. So
I'm getting used to people watching me podcast. When we were in Nebraska, we had a little peanut gallery of strangers watching us podcast, and I was just like, okay, this is new.
Well, see, I listened
and they thought it was a sports podcast because we were talking about Nebraska and Big Ten.
Huskers.
So they start watching like, oh, you guys are college football podcast. Then eventually, when we started talking lawn care, they left. So. But what were you going to say?
I was listening to y'all's show, and you got sleepy. And I had to listen to the part of the show with Brian and Blake. I was like, where did Paul go? I was like, he done went to bed.
That was on Brian's show.
Or Brian's show, yeah.
We all interview each other on these trips. So, Brian texted me at like 10 p.m., which Nebraska time is 11 p.m. my time.
Goodness,
But it was 10 p.m. their time. Hey, you want to bang out a quick one? First of all, Brian, don't sit here and tell me it's going to be quick. I ain't buying that BS.
Yeah.
So then I go in there, and he's just relaxing and talking to Natalie and Blake, and I start plugging everything else. Like, all right, let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm Mitchell Gordy mode, Trooper Gordy mode. I was like, let's go. We're going to podcast, or we're going to sit here and gossip.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there talking about, the lawn care drama. We got these jokers out here. So they're talking about all that crap. Yeah. And I said, let's podcast. I don't have time to listen to this.
Yeah.
So we start podcasting, and after an hour, they start talking about aliens and all this
cell
stuff.
phone usage.
My gosh. No, I brought that up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
they were on that, man.
I brought that up.
I was mowing. I was listening. I was like, man, I didn't know you could check all this stuff.
Yeah, you click settings right here.
Man.
And then you click on screen time right here.
That's cool. Downtime.
And then see all activity.
Wow.
So the last, so today, how have I been on YouTube for 5 hours? I've been in the Oh, I must have forgot to close it out.
You're going to get there. YouTube Millions is coming.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense to me.
That's weird.
Oh, I know what it is. No, it's accurate. It's accurate. I know what it is.
What?
I played airplane noise on my phone last night.
Why you?
Because my balcony is to that open area where everyone's walking.
Yeah.
It was so loud. So at midnight,
man.
from midnight to 5 a.m., it calculated 5 hours of YouTube because I had that playing.
Wow.
So that is accurate.
Dang.
But it basically like white noise to sleep better.
Yeah.
So Instagram, I've already been on for 1 hour today.
Yeah, TikTok,
32
minutes.
32 minutes. Now, you don't have to give all my laundry out.
I don't have TikTok, so I don't know.
Yeah, hey, Amazon, 16 minutes.
That's okay. Hey, man, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. So,
but anyway, we start talking about that.
I'm talking about aliens. I remember that. Blake was on that.
And then at 11 p.m.,
yeah.
I'm looking at Natalie and Blake and Brian saying this thing has no end in sight.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Follow me, Green Street Podcast. I give my little shout out. And I literally take my mic. I took my mic and I went to bed.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, they're all tired looking at breakfast. I was like, and they came late down to breakfast. I was like, "Do you guys podcast some more?" Like for another 2 hours. It's 3 hours. They podcast.
They were on there for a while.
Yeah. I bounced it at an hour. So
that's okay. That's good, man. So, but yeah, it was a good show. I was listening to it when I was working. I was like, these guys are cutting up. So, but yeah.
All right, man. Well, how can people connect with you?
Check me out on Instagram. BNL Services LLC is on Instagram. My personal tag is NeymanBen16 on Instagram. I'm also BNL Services is on Facebook, and I am on Facebook as well. I do not have TikTok yet. So if y'all need to reach out to me on Instagram. If you got any questions about Equip, y'all ain't familiar with anything, just reach out to me. Be glad to help anybody out that's coming that ain't ever been. So, first year I went, I didn't know nothing, and Mitchell Gordy helped me out a lot.
Nice.
So, but yeah, if y'all reach me out on there. We got stuff going on all the time, but just trying to help y'all out and let you grow the show and help everybody out in the community. So I'm excited. I hope we see some new faces that Equip this year, whether it be anybody that's new in lawn care or whatever. So always trying to help the new guys and everybody in their businesses every day grow and try to prosper. That's what I'm all about. So it's great. So
thanks for your time, Ben.
Right,
thanks for bringing that high Alabama energy.
Yeah.
You and Jason,
trying to.
Mr. Beast Mode.
Man,
that was sarcasm. Y'all are so chill. With your accent, you're just
we're a little slower down
slower.
there.
That's the word. I didn't want to. I've already alienated Alabama with growing yellow. So
Brian's up there. He's 90 mile an hour.
Nah, he's. I don't know. And off air, he's like that too. Like,
I know.
We'll go out to dinner, and me and Jason are just sitting there eating and talking, or pardon me, not talking. We're just relaxing.
Yeah.
Brian's over there talking to everyone at 100 miles per hour, and he doesn't stop. Then we get in the car, him and Jonathan. I'm like, how does this man do it?
I know, man. He's great. Yeah, man. He's excited, man. I'm kind of getting hungry. What are you eating tonight?
I was going to DoorDash in Chili's. I was going to get a ribeye.
Okay.
From Chili's and have it delivered to my hotel room because I got to get all this footage sent over to Mr. Producer.
Okay.
But y'all are going to Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah, I'm going to get a ribeye from there. They got some good. I like their salads. They're really good.
How far away is that?
I think there's one over in Hermitage. Let me look here. I can just let everybody know since you.
Everyone's dying to know where we're eating dinner.
Let's see.
But ribeye is a great choice. Filet mignon and ribeye. I usually order one of those.
Yeah, it's really good.
Those podcast millions go to food.
That's right, man. It's actually 10 miles away.
No, heck no. Have fun, Pook.
Ain't too bad.
I'm Naylor and his wife wanted me to go out downtown, but I
DoorDash last night, so I figured we'd go eat somewhere tonight. So
I'm exhausted. Podcasting, you might if you're like a cage fighter, like a high level athlete, like how do you get tired of podcasting?
I know.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It wears you out.
And
all these people staring at me all day. It mentally, it's
exhausting.
It's weird to watch strangers just stare at you. So.
It is, that's for sure.
I just smile.
I know.
Well, thanks for being here, Ben. Coupon code Paul saves you 50% off this year's Equip Expo. Get your hotel reserved. Get registered. Mr. Producer will put the link in the show notes. Use coupon code Paul.
Yes.
And we will see you, Ben, in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Paul. See y'all.